Hi guys.
Hey everybody. Shawn and Shawna for Monday lunch break here in Waco, Texas.
Yeah, we're managing this all by ourselves, so we're going to be like super multitasking, which
is not good for me. Yeah. Give me one thing and I'll do that one thing well.
So
don't give me two things.
I'm going to try to log on to find our video so I can watch it as a viewer.
Yeah, and see comments in case
maybe
you guys comment.
I don't even know if that works.
Yeah, so somebody comment so that we can see if it's working. Since we're not behind the camera, we can't see if anybody has comments. But got a good show today. Oh, a great show. One of my best friends. I feel like I've never met him. But his name's Tom. He's from Los Angeles. We're featuring him today. I'm going to tell you about him. He's an amazing guy in his professional life as well as his musical, what he does with his playing on the piano. So
okay,
we're going to get to that. We have
it's the live video within a video. I'm watching it.
Okay, so somebody comments we can see, I guess.
So one of our favorite things is we like to know where you're watching from.
Yes.
So we love that because we have people from all over the world.
That is just cool because I never go anywhere. So
we never go anywhere. Like maybe Austin once in a while.
Ventura.
So let us know where you're watching from, and I don't know, just give us a shout out.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
That's right. Questions, comments. We can see them right here. Hopefully, be able to answer them live for you.
All right. Okay. Well, we wanted to tell you about our weekend.
Yes.
Because Neil's not here today. He's usually our running the camera for us. But he gifted us tickets, or we went with him to a Baylor football game. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just a Baylor football game; it was Baylor homecoming.
Yes.
And they were playing Texas Tech, which is like my brother's team. So I texted him a picture at one point and said, "Should I say Sick'em?" And he was like, "Never." But we like Baylor. We've grown up in Waco. It's a college town.
Yes.
I like living the benefits of having an awesome college in our town because we can go to great football games and
and the spirit. I've never got to enjoy that because I went to North Texas and I didn't even know we had a football team till like 2 or 3 years in. And the school spirit you experience, at a college like Baylor or any other school is just amazing, and getting drawn up in that and immediately being received into it, being one of the guys up there cheering. What do we got?
So
there we are.
Got to go to the Baylor game. Clearly, Shawn is still in sick and bears mode. Okay, but the game went into double overtime, so it was super exciting. Yes. And anyway, that's our seats. The weather was perfect, so it made it just super fun. Yeah. But the place, this was packed, so that was really exciting.
Really neat.
We got to go into the Letterman's dining room and eat.
Because Neil.
He's not here, so we can tell you all about it.
He's a sports alumni. He played on the tennis team and was very good.
Yeah.
But, this special elite group of people get to go to this special room, and they're served.
Yeah, I don't know why we were there.
And we got to be in there with it.
But so we're a big track and field family. I love track and field. And so these are Michael Johnson's track spikes his gold medals from the Atlanta Summer Olympics. So I don't know, that was a big deal to me. It was a big moment. So I took a picture.
Neat.
It was also Jonah's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he turned 8. So
third child?
Yes, number 3 in the lineup. And he got to eat at Paparolo's Pizza, which is like a longtime Waco pizza joint. Mm-hmm. If you've ever...
Oh, Paparolo's.
Paparolo's.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's fun. Video games, pizza.
They had Little Rascals playing on an old projector.
It was a fun weekend. So I'm going to save the last slide for the very end. Oh, no, we're going to do it now.
Okay.
The Christmas songs.
Oh, yeah.
So coming up soon is we will be releasing our first special series. Mm-hmm. So just to give you a little reference, we have master classes, which are technique-driven, educational, and then we're going to have special series. Those will be things that Shawn will pick, like maybe he'll do a Billy Joel special series or themed. It's a theme.
Right. The master class is working on a particular problem you might have in music in general, and I'll use different songs and different sources to help you work on that particular problem that we all have with certain things, piano, music, that'll help you be a better musician as a whole. The special series are just something that I pick that I think would be cool to do. They're not hard requests. although the hard request list is great because we get to have requests from all around the world, what you guys like. But the special series is stuff that I picked that I think would be great. And they'll have a theme every time. And this first special series is Christmas.
Christmas theme.
But it's what I did is I chose all the songs that I like and songs that I think should be on the website that aren't already on there. So we're going to look at that and I'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you the list. Tony says hi. Tony.
Hey Tony. Where are you from, Tony?
Yeah, let us know. Okay, so drum roll.
Okay.
Special series. Here's the Christmas
There we go. I
song.
don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I didn't mean to do
to-
that. There we go.
Okay. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Mariah
Also
Carey.
Mariah Carey. Yeah, there's a neat piano part in there. I'll show you how to do that. That's more of an advanced lesson for you guys. Last Christmas by Wham. I don't know when that came out.
86.
But
I looked it
86.
up, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Last Christmas. You know, y'all know that song.
We all know it.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's got to be on there, right? So I thought I'd put that on there.
You
Jingle
do it
Bell
in a kind of
Rock.
jazzy way.
Yeah, but I do it in a beginner way and a more advanced way. One thing I've been more sensitive to is a lot of you out there who are complete beginners, you need something for you. So instead of assuming everyone's advanced or can just jump on a moving train, I give you 2 ways to play Rudolph. One way for you beginners who need a simpler way to play it. That still sounds good. And for you advanced players, I show you how to add stuff to it to make it, you know, sound like Scott Joplin, a ragtime sound, which sounds really cool on that song. Jingle Bell Rock, same thing. Holly Jolly Christmas, same thing. These are just Christmas standards that are on the radio that everyone will recognize that you can. I had in mind, you know, you got your family over, your friends, and you play Christmas songs like at Thanksgiving. You play it before Christmas and when you have a gathering. So I'll put the melody in the right hand on a lot of these so that people would recognize these when you started playing them. You can also join in and sing. They work for that as well. Feliz Navidad, right? We know that one. Feliz Navidad. And then it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You remember that album, Bing Crosby?
Bing Crosby.
White Christmas.
He has the Santa hat on.
Everybody had that. Yeah, Bing Crosby. And I just remember that one from that album. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Shout out to Heather Luft. She got me onto that one. She recommended we do hippopotamus for Christmas.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so she has a 6-year-old daughter, and we have a 6-year-old daughter. And at Christmas time, this song gets put on repeat.
Yeah.
That I can't believe we put it on here because by the end of Christmas time, it's the most annoying song
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Did you know it's a 10-year-old girl singing that
Yes.
song? I thought it was a grown-up just making their voice. Yeah, she's awesome, 10 years old when she did it. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Andy Williams, y'all know that one. And a good arrangement with melody in the right hand. Then I thought I'd put something up there for you classical people or who wanted something different. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, Tchaikovsky from the Nutcracker. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun,
Also,
dun, dun,
Home
dun,
Alone,
dun.
right? Isn't it?
Home Alone, okay. That's a lot of stuff. That's in
Yeah,
everything.
it's in everything.
So Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy is on there as well. So those are just 10 for the special series. We're actually recording them this week, so look forward to that on webpianoteacher.com. All right, are we ready for Tom?
Yes. We're ready for Tom.
Now, we usually trim these videos, but it's so good, I just couldn't trim it. Let's listen to his little testimony and then we'll pause it.
Yeah, just tell me when to pause it.
Okay, this is Tom from Los Angeles.
Do you have the volume?
Oh, yeah.
Shawna. Hi everyone, I'm Tom from Los Angeles. I've been a web piano teacher student for over 10 years and I just wanted to send a video in like everyone else has been doing and say thank you for web piano teacher. It's been great every week seeing the videos and meeting other members and hearing everyone play a little something, so I sort of felt like I wanted to do the same. I'm going to include a clip of me playing in just a little bit, but I wanted to share my story briefly about how I became a member and what web piano teacher is to me. I grew up in the early 70s, so Shawn, I think we're very similar in age. If anything, we're only a year or two apart. And for me, growing up back east in the early 70s, the music that was popular at that time was a lot of Springsteen, it was a lot of Elton John, it was a lot of Billy Joel. So that's kind of what I grew up with, and that's what I love. And it's obviously a lot of heavy piano music. So cut to my early 30s, and I have some time off from work, and I decide I want to do something different. So I decide I'm going to learn piano. I'm going to try to learn it. So I find a neighborhood piano teacher, and I sign up for some lessons. And I'm starting from ground zero. I've never played a musical instrument in my life. I know nothing about music. And here I am in front of a piano, And there are stickers on all the keys, so I know what the notes are. And I'm learning the notes and the keys and, finger position and all that. And I'm starting to learn music. And I think the first song I ever tried to learn with a lesson was kids music. And I think it was Itsy Bitsy Spider was the first song I was trying to learn. So I'm sitting down, I'm kind of getting through it, and it's going okay, and I'm a little bored, but I'm like, this is what I have to do to get to the level where I'm playing music that I really want one day. So one day after a class, I'm driving home, and the radio's on, and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant comes on the radio, and it instantly takes me back to my childhood, and I get nostalgic, and the song gets stuck in my head. So when I get home, I go on YouTube, and I type in Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, piano, and all these videos come up. And I'm just watching a bunch of videos, and I eventually get to this very unique video by this guy, Shawn, and it's a free part one, and he's teaching me how to play Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. And it's this weird whiteboard, it looks like some crazy chart, and it looks different than any other video I've seen. It's this crazy musical notation that are just the letters of the alphabet, and I click on the video, and I start watching it, and I think I understand it. It sort of makes sense to me. So I watch the video, I sit down in front of the piano, and after an hour or so, I'm able to play the free part one to Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. And I'm blown away. Like, I never thought I would be able to learn that song. And it's not because I'm any kind of a great piano player, it's because of the way Shawn teaches and the way he breaks down, complicated songs into easy, digestible, information that you're able to use and learn and play. So the next day, I'm in my class, and I'm struggling through Itsy Bitsy Spider, and in my mind I'm thinking, last night I was playing the Scene from an Italian Restaurant, I was playing a part of that song, how can I not figure out Itsy Bitsy Spider? It was driving me crazy.
Our boys were watching this last night, and they were cracking up, that he's like, how can I not figure out Itsy Bitsy Spider? But I feel like you guys are probably relating to everything Tom is saying right now, because we've all been there.
Yes,
okay,
I have to myself.
I'm going to keep it going.
All right.
And it was sort of in that moment that I realized I don't think I learned in a traditional way. So I got home, I signed up for the membership, the full membership, and I eventually learned, note for note, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. And learning how to play the piano and learning to play songs that I grew up with and songs that are meaningful and important to me is such a gift. And I want to say thank you to you and Shawna, because I know the website is a ton of work. I know the hired requests are a ton of work, and we all appreciate it so much, and you're giving us such a great gift in our life of music and joy and happiness, especially playing these incredible songs. So I just wanted to say to you and to your family, thank you for doing the work. Thank you for the website. The new website's fantastic, by the way. It looks great, and the lessons are great. And I just wanted to say thank you from Los Angeles. Now, I actually had a question. I'm hoping you'll be able to give me some insight, maybe give me some advice. I've been, I can sit down and I can learn 5 songs over time if I really practice, and they could be like my bag of tricks. I can pull out 5 songs anytime I want to play. Whenever I go to learn that 6th song, for whatever reason, it always knocks one of the other 5 out. And I can never break that barrier where I can keep more than 5 songs in my head at once. So I'm wondering what I need to do to break that barrier. Your advice might be, Tom, you have a pea brain and you're only ever going to be able to keep 5 songs in your head. And that's a fair answer. I will accept that. But if there's something different, I would love to know your thoughts. So thanks again for the advice, and thank you so much for Web Piano Teacher, and keep up the great work.
Okay, so Tom's about to play, but I just wanted to, first say thank you to all of you guys. Thank you, Tom, for your great comments there, and we're thankful for you guys. We really are. Thank you for noticing all the hard work that had to go into it, and I'd like to say to that, sometimes when you're always dealing with, having to help someone, or what's wrong with the website or how to make it better, when you're always pushing on those things, you forget about, all of the maybe the good that's coming out of it. And I just love the pat on the back you guys give us sometimes. I just appreciate that. And it's not all me. I want to take this time to recognize my wife, Shawna, who does a ton of work. You guys have no idea. She works just as hard as I do or more on many of the other aspects of the website, with support, with all the things that I don't want to do or can't do. She does, as well as she has a great vision for the website, where it's going and what to do. This whole Monday lunch break thing was her idea. What if we didn't have this? Right? This was her idea. Many other things. It's her vision. Right? I can just play the piano and teach lessons. That's all I can do. So I do that one thing. She's so wonderful. And Neil's not here today. I was going to have Neil come out from behind the camera. But as far as the website, the functionality, and the new look, and how everything's organized, he made that happen. I mean, he's our partner. We put our three heads together and decided, what would make the site better, and he made it happen. He's one of those guys who does many, many things well, and if there's something he doesn't know how to do, he will figure it out, and then he will do it well. He's just one of those type of guys. So we really thank Neil as well for all the work he did. But it's not just me. When you do something big, or we try to do something great, you can't do it on your own, and these my two partners are just wonderful. So thank you. Thanks to Neil.
You're welcome.
All right, so I will address Tom's question. That's a great question. How to keep a repertoire going? Right, when you reach that barrier of 5 songs, how do I? And that's a very real thing, and that's something I've heard a lot, and something I've had to figure out myself as well. We'll get to that. Let's just listen to Tom play, and then we'll go on. This is Philadelphia Freedom. And we thought about singing along with it as he's playing, but I don't want to sing over his playing. We're just going to listen.
I might sing a little.
All right, sing a little.
I don't know where to having you in our actual living room and us saying, singing along while you're playing was sing along with the video. I couldn't help myself.
Shawna is a sponge for lyrics, and she just remembers everything. How the lyrics go and the melody.
Yeah. Certain songs on repeat. I'm not quite as old as Shawn.
Not quite.
But, there's songs, like these Elton John songs that, it's the best music out there.
Oh, it is.
So,
and it has nothing to do with what decade it was
written in.
It's
just
just
song.
Good music. I think I would be drawn to Elton John and Billy Joel and those guys, no matter what decade I was born in. But
anyway, music. We're super proud of Tom.
Oh my goodness,
that was excellent.
He started when he was 30 and knew nothing, and I'm just looking at that, the technique, the rhythm, how and I'm just amazed at all the things that could be problems that are not in his playing, and it's just fantastic.
Anyway, so if you want to be a feature student, you certainly don't have to be this level. No. You could be itsy bitsy spider level. That would be wonderful. Yes. But we want you to submit your videos. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Every week I say you can send it to our sales@webpianoteacher.com email address. I have heard some feedback that maybe isn't the easiest way. I've gotten some videos, and then I've also not gotten videos. So you can try that. Best way to do it is to just post it to your own Facebook wall with the hashtag Monday Lunch Break, and it'll pull up in the Monday Lunch Break feed, and I'll be able to find it, and we can pull the video from there. Also, then people can just start immediately encouraging you. That's something that we've noticed when we post these Monday Lunch Break videos. People are overwhelmingly encouraging, and we want you to get to be a part of that because it fuels your learn, play, share.
It does.
So you can post it on your own Facebook wall with the hashtag Monday Lunch Break. You can upload it to YouTube with the private YouTube link and email us that link. Tom sent it to us through Dropbox. It's really however you want to send it, and you just want to let us know how to look it up.
Yeah.
We would be happy to do that.
And listen, beginners, it doesn't have to be a whole song. If you want to just play an intro to something several times, that is fine. And if you want to send me your video as a test where I won't upload it, you just want to send it and say, hey, what do you think about this? You can do that. It can be a little piece, but there are a lot of people out there who are beginners, who are at that beginner level, and they would be so encouraged if you sent something in so that they could hear where you are in your journey. Because Tom started out at 0. I started out at 0. Everybody starts at 0, and we have to work up from there. And nothing encourages us more than knowing and seeing someone else in the struggle, in the battle to learn like all of us are. So send us your videos. Now, last thing is to...
I want to say hi to Gail and to Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
They just hopped on. So they're always here on
Yes.
Monday Lunch Break. So
They're dependable.
I appreciate those that show up every week
Yes.
with us.
Yes.
So we're not just talking
Top
to...
fans. And Becky.
No,
Remember Becky.
Becky usually
Becky
is
as
on.
well. Yeah. And Phil, if we start naming people, we'll leave somebody out. Last thing I did say I would address Tom's question about repertoire, and then we'll end it. Probably getting long now. So his question was, he has 5 songs, and then when he tries to add that 6th one, there's a barrier. Well, the answer to your problem is right in what you said. In your mind, this is kind of psychological. And in your mind, your brain says 5 songs, that's all I can handle at one time. You try to put a 6th one in, nope, there's a barrier there. Okay? What you have to do is prove to your brain and yourself that you can handle more than 5 songs. So what you're probably doing is you're practicing this song. Okay, now let's do slot number 2. Let's do slot number 3. You've compartmentalized those 5 songs, and you don't have a 6th slot. In order to have a 6th one, you got to pull one out to put another one in. So that's how your brain is working. You have to show your brain that you can handle more than 5. This is how you do that. You have to practice those songs as a group together. Okay? Let's say you have 5. Well, let's put that 6th one in, but we want to practice all 6 songs as a group together. That means you sit down and you go through all 6 songs as a group. All right? Now, let's say we play through 6 songs. That's going to take 30 minutes or more sometimes. Well, you strip it down. You trim the fat when you're practicing. So you sit down and you practice song number 1. You have an intro, a verse, and a chorus. Don't do the repeats. Cut out the repeats. Cut out anything that is repetitive. Only go through the different sections of the songs, okay? That'll take maybe 30. Some songs can be reduced down to about 30 seconds if you do that. Immediately go to the second song. Don't end it and stop. Connect them. Go right into the second song. Don't pause. Don't change your pedal. Just go right into the second one. So in your mind, it's connected. The first and second song are connected. Then go right into the third song. But when you play the second one, trim the fat. Don't play through everything. Repeats. Just trim it down to 30, 45 seconds. Go straight in the third one. Go straight in the fourth one. Straight in the fifth one. And the new song you're adding, that will be the last one. And you add that one on. Okay, you play through it. You can reduce 6 songs down to maybe 5 minutes or so if you do that. Then switch the order. Start with a different one and go and practice them as a group. So it's not this song, okay, this song. They're one right after the other. They're right, there's no stop. And you go into 6 songs. You can actually go up to 20 songs if you do it that way, and start to have 20 songs in your bag of tricks instead of just 5. But practice them as a group, as one thing. Now instead of 6 songs, nope, it's 1 song. And it's all connected. And then you mix them up so your brain begins to associate, okay, that 6th song belongs here. I can do 6. I can do 7. I can do 8. So instead of practicing compartmentalized, we practice it as one thing. And then you'll bust through that barrier, and it won't be a barrier anymore. So if that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like if you practice a scale. and you practice one octave, and that's all you practice. And you say, okay, I'm practicing the second octave now. Okay, I'm done with that. Now I'm going to practice the third octave. But you never play them together. But then one day you go from one octave to the next one, to the third one, to the fourth one, and then all the way back down. Now you're practicing that scale as one thing. That's the same idea. Don't compartmentalize. Make it all one thing so that it's all cohesive and it's all the same thing to your brain. And that ought to get you over the hump, I think.
And Phil had a question. Phil's here.
Okay.
He said, what's more effective, playing a new song to death until he gets it, or concentrate on lessons so the songs will come easier eventually? Which I think ties in to sort of what Tom was saying. Do you just stick to one thing only until you perfect it, or kind of continue to grow your repertoire as you're getting better?
As a beginner, I say quantity more than quality. When we took traditional piano lessons, we had Itsy Bitsy Spider, and we played that to death until we had it memorized and perfect. Then we forget Itsy Bitsy Spider, and we move on to the next one, right? Well, I think really the opposite of that is going to help you become a musician and a great player. You want quantity, right? So you want a lot of songs that are pretty easy for you to play, but a lot of them. Okay, don't pick things, I need something to challenge me. No, you don't. You need something that's not too challenging that you like. Okay, so a bunch of songs that are fun to play, that you enjoy, and we want quantity. You may have pauses in there, you may have mix your chords up sometimes, that's fine, move on to the next one. Quantity. The quality will improve the more things that you're exposed to. Promise. The more things you're exposed to,
yes,
the quality's going to be coming up. But the important thing is that you're having fun with what you're playing and that it doesn't feel like work. If it ever feels like only work, then something's wrong. All right? Now, as that quality gets up and you begin to get more songs under your belt, then you can say, hey, I want a little bit of a challenge. That's okay once you reach that certain level. Say, I'm going to try this song and see how it goes. A little bit of a challenge. And then you can concentrate more on specifics and really ironing out some of the details in a song. But it's always better to have. That was a turning point for me as a teacher. When I quit banging one song to death on a kid until he was ready to go on the next, or an adult, whoever I was teaching, and have them play a variety of things. Play this one, play this one, play this one. And they weren't really great at any of them. They were okay. But then the quality started to come up on everything. That's my idea, is that we become better musicians instead of just better on this one song. How many people do you know, they sit on piano, I can play chops, or I can play heart and soul, and that's all they can play, because they worked on one song and that was it. Well, I say work on a bunch of things all together. Who cares about the quality too much, as long as you can get through it? Quantity, and that quality will start to rise as a musician the more things that you're exposed to. That's my 2 cents.
Gosh, we're getting more questions, but
Okay.
we don't want to we want to be honoring of your time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll ask one more. Can vibrato?
I'll keep it short. Okay.
Can vibrato? He'll keep it short.
I'll try.
Okay. Can vibrato in voice be learned? There seems to be a difference of opinion.
Can it be learned? Vibrato is something that is natural, and some of you may say, how do you get this background? Do that? I was classically trained for many years, and I spent 7 years in the practice room in my young adult life, and I've been around singers and all types of musicians and accompanied people. So I've been in that world. Seems like a long time ago, but being in that world, vibrato is something that is natural to the human voice. It naturally wants to have the waver, I guess, for lack of a better term, in it. Some people have that naturally. Some people have to be taught that. All right, and then sometimes people will even try to control it, different speeds. But what was the question? I already forgot.
Can it be learned?
Can it be learned? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Sometimes that's something in lessons that a vocal teacher has to say, okay, let's try to have that natural vibrato come out. But it's not something that you're forcing to be in your voice. It's something that will naturally happen, but sometimes we need to take a few barriers out of the way so that it can naturally happen. But vibrato is a natural part of the instrument. That's why violin players they move their fingers in the cello, and a guitar player will have vibrato, because they're emulating the human voice, the most beautiful instrument that was ever created.
Okay, and if Carlton's still on, he has a question.
Okay.
I think this is definitely a quick one.
All right.
What's better for a beginner, a keyboard with weighted keys or not?
Weighted keys, definitely.
Weighted keys
If you're
for everyone.
If you're trying to be an athlete, you don't stay with the 2.5s all day long, right? It's not going to do any good. You need that weighted keys for your fingers so that it just makes your fingers more supple. You have muscles just like your bigger muscles when you're trying to be an athlete. Those little muscles need work too, not the same kind of work. But if you don't use weighted keys, there's going to be times where you have to play on a real piano, and you ain't going to be able to do it. You're going to feel like you're on a big planet and
trying to play through water. Is what it.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. Playing through water. Sometimes people will say playing through concrete. So weighted keys, definitely. In fact, I would always try to practice on a piano in college that had a really tough action, so that when I got on a regular piano, it would feel like nothing, right? So definitely the weighted keys, just because it's going to help your fingers do, what they need to do and be in shape, and because there's going to be times you have to play on an acoustic piano, and you don't want to be left out of that. So that's my answer to that.
Excellent. Okay, we will be posting Tom's video on our Facebook page later.
Yes, in its full entirety.
Yes.
And the audio will be perfect. Oh, I forgot to mention it.
What?
Tom is awesome. He is a cinematographer. I don't know if he wanted me to tell this or not. He didn't say anything. I said I was going to brag on him. He didn't tell me not to. It was the cinematographer on The Office, my favorite show ever, and Parks and Recreation, my second favorite show ever. He's a director. He's been nominated for several Emmys. He is awesome, and I'm just floored by the stuff he's done in his professional life, and thinking, what is he doing watching my lessons?
One time he sent us some swag from Parks and Rec, like water bottles and some other stuff, and we were telling our son that last night, and he was like, where did it all go? What happened to it? And we were like, well, someone ruined it. And he goes, who? And we both just paused and looked right at him like, it was you. You ruined it. So,
but I enjoyed it while I had it.
Yes, we did very much.
But Tom is awesome. Thank you, Tom, so much. Looking forward to everybody else's videos. We got to say bye.
Bye, guys. Have a wonderful Monday. Hope you guys are encouraged. Send us your videos.
That's right.
Okay.
How do I turn this thing off?
I don't know.